Wow, we're back. It's been a long time. When was the last one of these we did, Gareth? It was quite a
God,
while.
it's been too long, isn't it? With so many things happened with what we've been up to these days, and God, it's got
Well,
to be a couple of months, isn't it? I can't think who the last one
well,
was.
yeah. I mean, we've both been really. I mean, I haven't done any drills for a while, and the reason is I've been really busy doing a top secret project. You know all about it.
Certainly,
We're not gonna release it just yet. But let me tell you guys, for all you pool fans out there,
gonna love it.
you get yeah, you're gonna love what we've got going. I mean, we're working. I've been working crazy on this thing, and when it's out there, you are gonna love it. Gareth, you've seen it, haven't you? I
Certainly, yeah.
mean,
It's a winner. It's an absolute winner. I can't wait for it to come out. We're not far away from it, the launch of it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's we're looking forward to it. But yeah, we've been so busy. Like I say, me doing different branches of
yeah.
what we've been sort of we started out from. We've branched out into the media now, which is great, as
Yeah,
well as
yeah.
what's
Well,
going on in building what we're doing.
yeah. I mean, it's great. Like I say, this thing I've been working on. Obviously, it's going to be good. We know you're going to love it when we
It's
put
going
it
to be
out
great,
there.
not good.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a good laugh. It's going to be good as well. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it as much as we enjoyed doing it as well. Obviously, I've not done any drills for that. I will get back on that as soon as I get around to it.
Mm.
Gareth, obviously, you've been doing loads of other things. Now, you're at the IDM pool tournament a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
where you met a guest, of course, who's coming on tonight, Alexandru Balas. I mean, just tell me a little bit about that, and then we'll get him in and we'll have a chat.
yeah. Well, I say we'll go into detail of what it was, but it was the World Nine Ball Tour stop in Romania, Bucharest, Romania, and it was on behalf of the IDM club and also Robert Bragger and Bogdan of the Billiard Network, and it was a fantastic tournament, and I was very lucky to meet some really good people. And one of those is the guy you just mentioned now, Alexandru Balas, who's a top referee in
Mm.
the pool disciplines, and he's here and he's come on tonight, so going to
Yeah,
tell
we'll
us
get
about
him in.
his
Let's get him
life
in.
story. Let's get him in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
brilliant. There he is, Alexandru. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, like I
Alex,
say, brilliant.
you look like you got a haircut and you look a bit younger there, mate.
Yes, mate. I'm trying to lose some weight because it's better to look thin.
Well, I'll tell you what. Tell me. I'm going the other way, mate. So tell me what the secret is.
It's simple. Just I'm letting the bread out of my diet and also the sugar, and that's it. Then I eat everything. And after 7 o'clock, I don't eat everything. I just drink water and something like this.
All right. So you got a fasting type program.
Yeah, something like this. But I recommend, as I do it, to go to nutrition. Nutritionist, it's the medic from diabetes and nutrition that will take your analysis because it can be different from people to people. So we have different body organism and they react differently. So if they need
Oh
to
right.
give you also some pills, you can do it. So
Mm.
Oh right. Okay. Well, that's something for. I'll certainly talk to you about that a bit later on. Anyway, maybe not on the cast, but definitely in private.
He needs some tips. He needs some tips.
yeah, we can do that also. So it's no problem.
Well, look, I mean, it's great that you come on. I mean, obviously, one of the top referees. A lot of people probably haven't heard of you, to be honest. But I mean, you've got a massive track record of refereeing in the game. I mean, obviously, tell us a little bit about that. I mean, I know you've done like a lot of things. Got a big list, obviously, you give me. But yeah, tell us some of the main things that you've done over the years. It's really good.
Even
Very
the
impressive.
same things. If at first I would like to tell you how it all started because
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
Go for it, Alex. The floor's yours.
the idea is I didn't give you the whole list, but the idea is like this. In the past, I have from 1990s I've been uh, going to the baseball when I was 10 years younger, and I do professional baseball for many years. So
Oh, right.
in 2001, 2002, when I retired, I already have 7 national titles in a row with my team and third place in the Cup of Europe.
Oh
And
wow.
that because it was a condition if you want to play baseball to that team that we should go to make a degree of diploma. Yeah, you must go to faculty to have and to have big notes and everything. So then the team didn't want to pay us to give us some money. We only earn money when we get national titles. Then we receive an amount of money.
Yeah.
But then when we have 21 years old, we need to work to have money to go outside with girls. So then we go to the faculty or university, like in English, university. And also we have to go to work and then go to training. So it is very hard for us. A part of us retired. And I retired, but I couldn't stay away from the sport. Even during the faculty, and I play billiard. And I play and for many years. And in 2007, I go to a club in Romania. It calls Sereno. Now it doesn't exist anymore. So I meet a lot of guys. I meet I saw something nice. In the afternoon from 4 o'clock p.m. until 7 o'clock p.m. at table 1 and table 2, a lot of guys are training, and it was doing differently than what I've seen in other clubs in Romania, wherever I play. It was like professional. And then I make courage to go contact one of the guys. They present me Andrei Minca, which it's a great player. They call him the Shark in Romania. Now he's not playing anymore. He's playing rarely because he has a family. And then he put me to play a match against him to see if I'm good enough to go to the team that they can teach me. So I lose the match, but I take him raised to 5. I took him 3 racks at the beginning.
Okay.
He was impressed, and then we made a bond of friendship. After a while, the team split in 2, first team and second team. He was the captain of first team, and I was the captain of the second team. And then we start to make with the owners tournaments, Sereno Champions League. And then we think about it, if we make tournaments, and because they see I'm a fair guy, I also train some other guys with the drills because I put some money, I buy a lot of stuff. At that time, it wasn't online, these tutorials, what you did. And I buy books, I buy videos on CDs, and it cost me like almost 3,000 euro. It was a lot of money. So then I share with the colleagues and train together. And in the meantime, in 2010, 2011, when we do this competition, we said, we need a referee. And they say, Alex, you go be the referee, because Andrei told me, you are the fair one. You are impartial. Even if you are friend with everyone, you are fair. Every time you tell in the face when something bad has happened, maybe that it's good or not. So I become a referee. And then in 2012, reappeared the National Federation. When reappeared the National Federation in Romania, because in the past it was one, but it was dissolved, then we start to have national championships again with the players. And they put me again to be a referee. In that National Federation, I was always have also the distinction to be the president of organization competition in the country. So all the pool should go to me, but I didn't have the factor of decision because only the president, vice president, and members can vote. I only just have, I only was a person to help there. So then I tried to referee. Then we managed to make a contract with one of the biggest at that time sports television in Romania, and I've sent you some links. I don't have so many because most of it are not online, because I think it's about this law about imaging rights and everything.
Yeah, sure.
And this was on YouTube, so it's public. So I just took the links, and Giuseppe TV, if I can tell the name, in that time broadcast every competition of us from the morning until the afternoon.
Oh wow!
And then I learned a lot of tricks for one of my colleagues. One of my colleagues, Julian Dragne, in the past was the only one who go to APBF and make a referee course. But it wasn't a referee course. It calls rules instructor. And he was colleagues with one of the head referee that is now in APBF, Miha Vovko. They share the same room. They make the same example. But my friend was stopped for someone from Romania not to go anymore, was not encouraged to go anymore, and he lost the steps to be in the same squad with these guys. But he learned a lot of tricks and also teach me a lot of things. So I go live. But I think I've done some things. Most of the referee, I don't think in the world can do it, or if they do it, rarely. Think about 2 or 3 years of national competition, even if it was every 2 weeks. I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I referee from morning until the afternoon at TV table, only with 10 to 15 minutes break and half an hour at lunch. So it was a hard effort to stay in the lights and everything. At that time, I didn't have a PBF diploma. But also in that time, I met, you're going to see in some picture, maybe if you have it, some great structure, because in 2012, a good family from Pocket Billiards, a husband and wife. The husband is not anymore between us because he is dead, breast cancer. Mr. Adrian Tabakaru and Mr. Maria Tabakaru. They do a lot of good in the past also in the sport. So they come back to EEBC Council and organize Dynamic Best of the East, which is a competition of East.
I heard of that, yeah.
So then I go and referee over there. Then Mr. President Marcin Sheminski. So I was doing professional job and everything, and put me to test, give me a license. And in 1 or 2 years, I became the head referee of EEBC. So I was the chief of all the referees in EEBC. And then I go and referee a lot of stuff. And then in 2016, Federation received an email that they make a course for referees if our federation would like to send 1 or 2 guys to make the course. And I say, okay, I can go. But the idea, it was federation didn't have money.
No one's got money these days. That's the problem.
So I say, okay, just send to them that I want to go, and I book the flight, I pay the hotel, I pay the course, I pay everything because I wanted the diploma.
Yeah, where was that, Alex?
That happened in 2016 at Eurotour in Treviso.
Okay, right, yeah.
In Treviso, in Italy.
Yeah.
And then I get the diploma. Then I try to bond, and I bond with everybody over there at the course. And then we make a lovely groups. Some of them are still refereeing, some of them are not. But we remain friends. And from then, after the course, until that time in let's say in that structure in APBF, you need to get some points. Every time you must referee international tournaments, and you send what you referee every year, and they put some points. And if you don't make 10 points or 14 points in 2 years, you lose the license and you have to give the course again. So I referee, and I even tell them, I referee also in 2015. You have a picture with me and Imon, and then it was there in Appleton, first tournament. It was made in Brașov in Romania, and I was a head referee there. So
yeah.
And of course, I sent every year. I sent what I referee, how I've done it, and it was a lot of tournaments at national level. And in 2018, they have that European Championship in all division. That happened, I think, every 10 years. That it was a 40 years anniversary of the PBF, and they took all division, and they need all the referees. I go a little bit back. When we take the license, all the PBF referees has only black shirts and some magnet here with a PBF license, something like this.
Yeah.
In 2018, they managed to take T-shirts, as you see in some of the pictures, and they have it until now. And all of us have radio station, and we look like Robocop, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody is talking in walkie-talkie, and also we have some test, because it comes a very good referee from snooker and come to teach us a little bit how to stay in the lights and everything. I already know it, but it was good because he correct me also and we bond together and we stay. It was hard for us in that European Championship. Never happened in Landy in Holland to be over 30 degrees Celsius, and the hotel didn't have AC.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
no.
everybody's complaining and don't know how to do. And in that hotel, I stay with a colleague from Austria, a very nice guy. After the EC, we get paid, we go home, and for 3 years, they didn't call me again, and I didn't know what happened.
Oh, wow.
And I heard when I come back that someone make a report about me, but I'm complaining. But I never complain about nothing. So someone probably lied to destroy my name. Okay, let's
Oh.
destroy the guy from Romania.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
It doesn't matter. Then they called me in 2021. But you see, it was during COVID time.
Yeah.
And I was the only one who, and one of the few who replied. And you see, I was even referee with the mask. And then it was annoying because in 2021, we are a few of us, and sometimes we rotate to the areas because, first of all, is not no organization on the planet can afford to have a referee to every table, a good referee to every table. You can have people to rack, but not to have a good referee because
not even Matchroom do that, do they? In their tournaments, you know,
they don't have it. So, like this, it's very hard to have this. So, and then the problem is we scan everybody for COVID certificate every time they go in and out, and we have tables, and we also have to look at the dress code, and it was very annoying for us. Instead of doing a lot of referee, we're doing this, but also referee. But we didn't have time to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
One of my colleagues, I was laughing a lot, but he was doing his job, didn't let the manager of the hotel to enter the room until she show him the certificate. And he said, I'm manager. And he said, I don't give beep. You're not entering here because if you don't have it, then the control come police and they will close the hotel because you don't have the certificate. So you cannot come to. And he appreciated and he gave applause to us, the referees. And from them, I referee a lot of tournaments, European Championship, Euro Tours, and on.
Yeah.
And last year, my last tournament, it was in Klagenfurt. It was the World Championship in Klagenfurt. But, you know, in this structure, we are on levels. So because we started international level 3. They say that every 2 years, in the past, they should assess you how you referee about the points, and they should give you the level up when they believe it. But every time the rules change, and they can change the rules, and they say then they change the rules that every 2 years, if you've been assessed, you must send a letter and so on. So then in 2022, me and one of my friend, very good friend from Croatia, Alan Bujas, we send the application, we get level 2. This year, at the end, I should receive level 1, but it will not happen. That's another kind of the story, because my license was stopped by PBF because I referee a tournament in Polish tournament. It doesn't matter. It's their choice. I contest the decision. We will see what's going to happen. It doesn't matter.
What federation was that with? What federation was that, Alex?
No, in Poland Federation, it was the tournament, the dynamic 10-ball open Polish. It was
gotcha. Yeah.
In May. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
In there, I didn't use a PBF equipment because I also there I was representing EEBC. EEBC is the European Billiard Council, was one of the structure that organize the competition. So they say, you're the head referee, please come conduct all the referees.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I thought it was bad enough for the players, you know, with all these different organizations and all the politics, but it sounds like it's even worse for the
Yeah.
for the referees, to be honest.
The idea is I don't understand anything, and
who's
they
frozen?
must understand, and every person must understand something. Me, I have nothing against no one. I'm trying to do my best job.
Yeah.
So I'm doing in the interest of the sport. I don't win 5,000, 10,000 euros in this. Sometimes I do it for free. Sometimes I will get 80 euros per day, sometimes 200. It doesn't matter. But in the end of the year, because some structure don't pay taxes, I must declare that money to Romanian law, and I pay. If you deduct what I pay, in the end it remains nothing. It remains only passion. But I go there because I meet some other guys from APBF and referee squads or from different structures, and we stand friends because sometimes we drink a beer or something after we finish tournament. We just go and visit something and we bond friendship. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I noticed. That's when I was just recently at the Romania Bucharest Open there. That's what I noticed about you, Alec. You and the guys really gelled together. That you and the referees, very supportive of each other. And I'm assuming you were the head referee there, was you, Alex? Because, like I say, you certainly seem to take a lead role in it.
Yes, I have the head referees, and also I'm doing also every time I'm a head referee, I'm trying to have a discussion before tournaments with all of the guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes because they don't know everything, because I must agree that I learn a lot even from a PBF squad, from the guys, because if you want to look professional like a PBF is doing, because in my opinion, this structure is very good and have very good referees and trying to go to every tournaments to evolve.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing the same. So when everybody's doing the same, then you look professional.
Yeah, sure.
That's the most important. And then I told to the guys, let's make the line. The line is most important. When you make the balls in line and you took from outside to inside, then it's randomly done it. So you cannot do it. But it was a little bit different here in IDM because matchroom rules said the two ball must be win ball, left or right, or down.
Yeah.
So I put the two balls then, and then I try to rotate every time to be different, not to be in the same time. Because in WPA rules says, one in the front, 9 in the middle, and then random racking. So if you do it 3 times, because if sometimes in the European Championship and everywhere we're looking for pattern racking, and we discuss on the helmets, nobody knows us, you're not going to see us. But if we see some players racking 3 times with the 2 on the back or on the 3 on the wing ball, then we give a card. You show me with the cards, and I can tell you all about the cards. The cards, it's the only system they're going to penalize, but only in our region, in Europe, in a PBF squad. They invented this like in football, and you have green cards, yellow cards, red cards, and black cards. But the roles of the cards has changed. In 2018, when they were first invented, but everybody of the referees have cards, but depends on the level. Level 3 and level 2 only get the green and the yellow. Level 1 and head referees get also the red and the black. But even level 1 cannot give the black, only the head referee can give a black card.
What does a black card mean, Alexandru?
Yeah, what can you explain? I was going to say, can you explain all of them, Alex? Could you?
Yes, I can explain you everything. So it's simple. Green card, it's only a small warning. Let's say for a green time, if you take a timeout without informing the referees, because you go there, you press the button, but you don't inform the referees. And if you don't have a button on the computer when they start the shot clock, if it's a referee there, he must press the shot clock. You don't do that, you get a green card. Then, if a mobile phone is visible on the table or an electronic device, and the match started, you get a green card. Okay, then if you inspect a rack when a referee is racking, and this is not allowed in the European Championship and World Championship and everything, then you get a green card. Then if you make pattern racking, then they give you a green card. In the past was yellow. I'm telling what is the rules now in 2024.
Yeah.
So every time somebody give a card, before giving a card, they talk to the helmet, to the main, and say, Alex here, can I get an information? Let's say, I'm giving an example, but it's the first name I get in my head. Alexa Peceli, Bosnia-Herzegovina has any green card or any card? And they say, no card. Okay. And they say, I will give a green card because he has mobile phone during the match on the table. Then I go and tell him the card, and I tell him the penalties, put the number of the match, insert it, and go, because I'm area referee not at the table, and go to the tournament desk and give that and insert in the system. And now he has a green card.
Yeah.
If he has 2 green cards, that automatically make a yellow card.
What,
So,
is that 2 green cards throughout the tournament or throughout the match?
To the tournament. If you have another match and you get another green card, it transforms in a yellow card.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yellow card means in that minute it's 1 rack for the opponent. Okay, or 50 points in straight pool for the opponent,
which is a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot. In straight pool, it's a lot. Then we also give directly the yellow card, and we give if you're late from timeout. I was one of the only one, and they say, how you give that yellow card, how it appear on the computer? And I say, okay, let me show you. If it goes minus, it will come red, and it's going to blink red on computer. But every time I was an area referee, when I see it's 1 minute, I go to near that table to wait for the opponent. I'm not a killer. If I see him enter the room, it's 10 seconds. We can also press the button because he's there. We're not going to take him. But if you're late half a minute, 1 minute, then it's your problem. You should have something.
Yeah, sure.
Also, we give yellow card directly if you don't stay on your spot and you practice during the timeout. It's not allowed to practice during the timeout. You must stay on your spot. Also, if you use your mobile phone during the timeout, messages and everything, because you cannot timeout, everybody from the world should understand it's part of the match. They don't understand, and they say, well, but I cannot do nothing, he's there. It doesn't matter. You must read the rules. If they get yellow card, not for checking, but if they touch the rack, referee has done it, it's yellow card.
Right.
Okay. If they smoke even during the timeout or drinking alcohol, if when they make the balls, if they tap the balls with the white ball, it's again yellow card. You cannot tap the balls. And for example, in European Championship and World Championship, we don't use magic racks. We use triangles, or referees before the match, it's tapping the tables. We have some we tapping, and because players don't understand, in WPA rule says the balls must be as frozen as possible. It doesn't say it's close as possible. It doesn't say frozen. It's close as possible. It can have a gap and everything, so it doesn't matter. And also we give yellow card if you have unsportsman behavior, hitting the table or everything, or if you yell to the opponent, or you swear, or if you have issue of equipment, if you don't have some shoes or something, you're not in regulation and everything. And now it comes the good part. Let's say, for example, because we give Peceli has a green card, and now another colleague see it and say, Peceli, do you have a green card? Yes, I have a green card. Okay, he has a green card. Okay, I'm going to give him a yellow because he's late from the timeout. And then he said, blink, 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 head referee hears it. Alex, green and yellow will come to red. You're going to give the yellow, but wait for me to get the red card out. And he will come with the red card and give him the red card. Yes. The red card means now that is the loss of the match.
Okay.
In the past, it was meaning that you were out of the competition. That was happening in the past. Also, if you damage equipment, if you hit the table and you broke the table, you get directly the red. I don't know, if you're going to hit a referee, you get directly the red, and that's it. And then come the discipline or from the event. When you get the black card, it's from discipline or the event. In the past, it was meaning you're out of the sport competition. And that happened, I think, in 2019 in Landy. You're going to be amazed. It will happen in the division of the wheelchair. I'm not going to give the name of the guys.
Give us the background still. I'm
On the
interested.
internet, we saw it also on the room, and then we check it again on the internet. We recheck him when he was playing. He was using silicone on his towel when he was cleaning the white ball before the break. At home, he was training with silicone on the balls, but the balls when we see it, the rotation is completely changed. The opponent didn't have any chance because didn't practice like this. When we go confront it and we see the silicone on that happened, they come, they give the black card, and everything was destroyed. So that is the meaning of the cards and everything. So it's crazy.
Did the silicone make the ball spin more or less?
It has less friction. It goes different because it's almost floating when it has the silicone. It's not
like playing on glass.
Yeah, it's something strange, but we see that, and I didn't understand why you do it, because even if you're in wheelchair, you should be happy that you're there. It doesn't matter you have a handicap. You should be happy you're a European Championship. It's for your country. You should be a good example.
I think there's a lot of people in the UK that are up to tricks like that. I think on certain tours, they literally try anything to win. So that's something to look at. That's something to look out for moving forward.
Yeah.
So when
the UK guys did well in the wheelchair division for the European Championships. I know a few of them have won it, I think, in previous years. You've got a few like Roy Kimberley. I remember Roy. He was always up there in the European.
And Tony Southern.
Tony Southern, of course. Yeah, he's another one of the top wheelchair. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen Roy for a long time though. I don't even know if he still plays 9-ball, to be honest.
They're still playing. They're still playing. I didn't see them because this year I'm not. Now it's a European Championship. I'm not there. It's in Slovenia.
Yeah.
My colleagues are there and they're doing a great job. And also because we're talking about this, I was a head referee of East European Billiard Council from 2013 until now, and I'm still am. And I'm going to every tournament, and I go also to other competition. I have more than 40 international competition refereeing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I was in Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Slovenia, Kosovo, Greece, Serbia, Albania, Hungary, Georgia. The list can go on.
You're well traveled, Alex.
Yes, I didn't have time and didn't have the pleasure because it's a lot of conflict between this organization. And I don't want to get into details. I want to be in the interest of the sport, but then WPA is the main structure and they must do it. But if we think about it, the main structure in billiard world, it's WCBS, World Confederation of Billiard Sport, who has WPA, who has snooker, who has carom, and now they adopted Hayball. Hayball is a new discipline. And I think APBF referees or some of them, they make the rules for Hayball because in China they have different kind of rules and should be an international rules for Hayball for everybody. You cannot play 10 rules for that.
Alex, I just want to touch on what you said about the rack. I play on the EPBF tour as well as the World 9-Ball tour. But why are the rules so different in regards to the rack? Why like the magic rack compared to tap balls? How come there's not a unification of that? Because I would have thought personally the magic rack would have been universal by now.
In the past maybe they used the magic rack. The idea is it said in the rules that the magic rack should be removed as fast as possible after it. But if you're doing with tapping balls and if you're doing with triangle, then interfere also the human error. And it's the rules as close as possible, not frozen. So then interfere, the knowledge of the player, because if they will not be spread on the table equally and they have clusters, then a good player will know how to break the cluster and make the game much interesting. But even if the tapping, they can be frozen but the idea is after 1 or 2 days of playing, we need to retap the balls because
I've never been a big fan of tapping the
destroyed.
tables because it leaves a little dimple in the slate, and then if you're rolling a ball,
after the competition, they sell the tables, and the idea is the sponsor give the tables stay to APBF sell the tables, sponsor gets some part of the money, and some part remains at the sponsorship to the structure.
Yeah, sure.
That is like this. It's not all the money. Everybody think, APBF sell the tables and get all the money. No. They only receive a small percent. The tables are the dynamic. It's not.
So if you rack with the hand, you're saying, because I like what you said in the rules about it, they don't have to be all touching. It can be as
close as possible.
as long as close as possible. So let's say you're in a tournament and you've racked your balls up and they're as close as possible. If a player inspects that rack, did you say that was green card or something?
It was a green card, and if he touched the balls and tried to get it close, then it goes a yellow card.
I mean, if you were racking the balls up by a triangle and I was breaking off, I'd want to have a look to see if the front ball's touching and all this sort of stuff.
I've seen a lot of tricks. For example, in Klagenfurt, we didn't use tapping. We didn't use magic racks. We used the new triangle made by Predator.
Yeah.
Which before the competition, triangle traveled to all of us referees so we can practice with the triangle. But then something happened because we have new tables from Predator. We have new cloth, different cloth than we practice. We practice, for example, everybody of us on Simonis, and that was Predator cloth with, I think, less cotton and more like this. And the table were, I think they going to stay on, they were level, but because I think they have metal structure, not wood structure. When we put a triangle, sometimes the table vibrates and move the balls,
Oh, wow.
Then we must do it again. And the idea is in Klagenfurt, all of us referees, we must make the balls to every table. If you finish your rack, you must wait on your chair to referee to come to make it. And we run because we have like 6 to 9 tables for each of us, and we run like crazy from the morning until the afternoon. And every 2 series of matches, we change the balls. Some of us clean it and some of us replace it so we can have clean balls and to go faster. It's a lot of things we do behind the normal refereeing. Nobody sees it. When they come in the morning, they see the table is cleaned by referees. You see balls is cleaned by referees, everything. So
it's really interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. I mean, I've learned loads. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes that you don't realize. I mean, it's a busy job by the sound of it. I mean, and especially if you're out refereeing all day. I mean, it's got to be pretty tiring as well, hasn't it? Probably more tiring than playing in the match.
It's tired. For example, it happens to me, but I think that was a mistake from my colleagues. But I managed to do it because I told you in the past I was staying from the morning to the afternoon on live television. It happened one day in Klagenfurt, I couldn't eat anything in the lunch. I didn't. They arranged to everybody to eat, but I couldn't eat. Then they leave, and then I have 2 areas with 14 tables. And then in 5 minutes I must be at TV table. But normally I should be 10 minutes before that to inspect the players and everything.
Yeah.
Then I make a sign and I said, either one of you come back from eating and stay here so I can go to live television. So it's a lot of pressure also because we managed to do it, but sometimes it happened that someone is not feeling well and we must compensate. And
Yeah, sure.
We are humans, we're not robots. So
what's the biggest match you've refereed, Alexandru?
if you ask me, the biggest match was the final of the World Games Championship. World Games, it's the Olympics of the game without Olympics. It's WCBS competition, and it was magic to see. It was happened in 2017 in Wrocław in Poland, and I also refereed the semifinals in women. And it's a different scale, a different anything. I was impressed even for that competition because they were trying to get the Olympic to billiard to the Olympics recognition. Then it was carom, snooker. It should be like a triathlon and pool.
Yeah, sure.
For every discipline, they have 2 tables. At every table, it was 2 referees. It was the main referee and the one with the stopwatch.
Yeah.
Because it was better to double check, not to look on computer, to have also human stopwatch.
Yeah, sure.
Also, it was impressive that every discipline, they made 3 set of balls especially for that. So if you see one of my picture I've sent to you, it was with a suitcase. That time the Cyclop was sponsor, and that suitcase was only 3 suitcases in the world. And the suitcase that...
Can you put that picture up, Matt?
I'll have to dig it out.
Sorry, Alex, carry on.
And the suitcase from my hand is the suitcase from the final. And I managed to receive that set of balls, which is impressive because it's a metal case which has all the balls. The cue ball, it has additional 2 cue balls with War Games Wrocław 2017 for the leg. So it's different balls for the leg. It has a shot clock, it has a magic rack, and a pair of gloves. All inside of it. It's only 3 made in the world, and the one from the final, it's mine.
Oh, that's great.
I've got the picture. I've got like loads of videos, links and things. I can't see the picture of that.
The picture is with me on the suitcase, and I have this. I'm in the costume, and I have the suitcase in my hand. And I also have one in the table when the suitcase open, and I took the balls out.
Yeah, I mean it's fascinating stuff. I mean, what's the toughest decision you've had to make, or the most pressure decision you've had to make in a match? You know, like the biggest decision ever.
I don't think the biggest decision ever. I took it, but I didn't took it on the international level. I took it at the national level. I give a penalty first to a player in the Black Sea Cup event, and I tell him, please stop. Now you have 1 rack for the opponent. If you don't stop, I'm going to stop the match. So I stop the final next time, and he do it again, and I stop the final, and I give the final to the opponent.
And it was a final.
Fair enough.
The final.
Yes, I give him the title and the cup.
What was he doing to make you give him that warning?
He was hitting the table. He was swearing everybody. He was swearing for the people from the audience. He was going to his opponent like very angry. He even put nice biggest words of nothing against me. And then I said, okay, stop. Please stop the transmission. Delete the final. The owner was very sad, but I said, you cannot leave this online, because if you're going to see this online, you destroy everything you do.
Yeah, sure.
And I stopped the final. That was the biggest decision I ever do to a tournament. Then I took different decision, but because they know me from everywhere I was doing that I was fair, they were afraid, most of the players, to do something tricky, because they knew, and they hey, look at that, he's a Romanian referee. Yeah, this guy is good. We cannot do it.
You're getting a wreck. Yeah, don't watch best behaviour when Alexandru's reffing. That's the thing.
Well, that's right. Well, it's good though. It's good that you know that you're right. That's being fair right across the board from the very first game to the final. So can't argue with that.
I have nothing against no one, so I'm just applying the rules.
Yeah, even sure.
Sometimes the rules are stupid, they are rude, or they are on the paper, and we must apply it, and that's it. For example, one rule I will modify, and I talk with a lot of friends, and I think they should do it in WPA or in WCBS, how the players are dressed. For me, you can be like this, you can be like that, No, let's make like in football. Let's make one equipment. For example, let's have a polo shirt or with a color like or a t-shirt. Then why only referees? Then you should have black pants, shirt inside,
Yeah.
black shoes, and big socks, black. And that should be the whole equipment. And that's it. Not you have
Yeah.
brown, you have green, you have like this. No, they every time have excuse. I cannot play like this. Okay, I assure you that a very good equipment cannot cost more than 100, 110 euro.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a good player, take an equipment according to the rules and go and practice in the equipment. If you
Yeah.
go
Yeah. Of course.
in sneakers or in schlaps, you cannot practice. If you practice like this, when you go with your shoes and your pants, you cannot you cannot perform because you're not feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
If you look at Fran Reyes or Bustamante and every other players have 2 or 3 kinds of the pants, but the same pants, and they train the same. And also
Yeah.
Niels
Yeah.
and all other great players. So because I met a lot of them and I talk with a lot of them after competition, and they're
Yeah.
professional.
I tend to agree with that. It's giving it the right image, isn't it? Right across the ball, make it universal. I tend to agree with that. Because like I say, you do go to these tournaments, you see people with white shoes on and brown shoes, orange shoes. You see all sorts, and it seems to be as long as you've got shoes, it doesn't matter. But yeah, universally, like snooker or something like that,
Yes, for sure. And what I was impressed, because I saw something very interesting. You saw this match Europe because America, for many years Europe is winning because they know how to train and how to do it. I was surprised of the young American players in Klagenfurt last year. They have now very good, talented players. If they continue, they can be a good opponents for our players.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I saw the different mentality, but depends of the coaches if they can maintain on the level. Because when you go to puberty in America, you have a lot of temptation, nothing like in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah. No. See. Yeah. Oh, so that's interesting to know. So you saw that in Klagenfurt, you say?
Yes, I mean, they came with some juniors and everything, and they playing at the high level. Also, we have also in. If you ask me, from the Eastern Europe, the biggest pool school, in my opinion, is the Polish pool school. It's so impressive what the Polish are doing it. They have every year they have between 8,000 to 18,000 juniors. Think about it. After that, they qualify from that amount only 128 to the national final. And then from that, they can extract at least 10 talents.
That's quite something.
For me, it's impressive. That's why you see every time the Polish. And when the Polish are coming, and I'm thinking many times, no professional player will like to go to a tournament in Poland because you can beat one Polish or two, but you cannot beat them all. If you go on a chart with them, for sure one is going to kick you out. So yes. Then I like the German school, if you ask me. And German school, even if they don't have so much player, but they have also good players and good mentality, I like the new young player Felix Vogel.
Oh, he's great, isn't he? Yeah, we had him on that show a few months ago.
Everything, yes, it's a monster. And also coming from the back, Mitja Gradinšnik from Slovenia, Slovenian president, who made some 3 or 4 players play great. Small, younger, and one of them second time I think win in England the junior, the show title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you mentioned about the juniors coming through. There's quite a few of them, aren't there? You think of like Walter Laker. He's fantastic, isn't he? He's only 15. Felix Vogel, 16. Uma Dorna, 17. These guys are just like, wow,
Yeah, you have also from Poland. Are 2 of them. that there are a lot of guys. Yes.
Mm.
And
So, sorry, Alex, go on.
we also try to do this in Romania, but we'll do step by step. But they are miles away because they have a lot of money involved in the system, and for that, it's okay.
Yeah, sure. Well, Alex, I was privileged to meet you in Romania just gone a few weeks ago. Well, it was great, Alex, wasn't it? Didn't we have some fun out there?
Yes, it was very good time, and this would become a tradition. And I appreciate the effort Robert Braga and Bogdan Chirodea is doing it. The tradition come from the past, and I think 2013, 2014, it also was in two clubs. First was, I think, in IDM, then moved to TAC Billiard, and then come back to IDM, this competition. And in the past was also another good guy involved with a lot of money who supported. It was Leonard Dobre who supported. But right now the guys are doing an excellent job. It's very hard to get sponsor and to have a lot of players. Some people say they win a lot of money. No, but it's a lot of things because you see, players receive at the open ceremony 3 times food. Food come everybody, champagne,
Yeah, sure.
things, and also I think they must pay the tables. I don't know exactly. I don't know if it's like this, but they must change the cloth. They must have new balls. They must create condition. They must have the space. They transmit live, and I think is the best transmission in Romania for every tournament. And they're doing a great job because of not only Bucharest Open, but Bucharest Open put Romania on the map because it was only stopped, I think, once during COVID time, and that's it. But a lot of players international come here, and a lot of Romania come just to play against them, and every time is surprises. If you see this year, Filler won the invitational but couldn't won the tournament. The same happened with Jason Shaw a year before.
Yeah, it's quite something, isn't it? You know, I mean, the standard is really high, isn't it?
Yes,
I didn't even know about Can Salim. He's now become someone that I consider that I'm sure over time now, when I see him throughout the world, we'll probably have a beer or two together. I didn't even consider him, and I'll tell you what a player.
Yeah, what a player, because a lot of players don't come because they don't have money. And when they have a little bit of money and want to enjoy it, I think they struggle to come. And when they come, they become an attention, an attraction, and you like what you sing, and they're playing attractive sport. And the billiard becomes even harder because the pocket got smaller, and to see them how easy they shoot the ball, how much interaction have the ball to the cue ball from the cue, and how easy they manage the situation, it's incredible. For example, as the referees, we also play because if you see us every time, it wasn't the case here in Bucharest Open because I didn't have the space, but every time we go behind the player and we know from when he's shooting and how he's shooting the future position, and I know for sure when the white ball is going to go, and I go before him to that position and take my spot because we know the game. In the past, every time I think good referees, and even now we know how most of the players are going to play if we referee them.
Yeah.
And if they don't play how we know they're going to play and they choose a different situation, we're thinking why he chooses this.
Right, yeah.
And we also learn and remains in our mind. And we play in the tournaments, we know a lot of shots by far.
Yeah, Alex, who was the guys from Star Billiards? They're absolutely great, aren't they, Alex?
Yeah, Star Billiards, it's a new association in the part of Romania. It's called Moldova.
Yeah.
Because we have Muntenia, Moldova, we have Oltenia, and we have Maramuresh. We different regions, different big regions. Star Billiards, it's wow. They're very good because re-establish on that part. They put life. And they organize a lot of tournaments, and even if they have conditions, but they struggle because in that part of Romania it's not with a lot of rich people, so
right,
they managed to do with less money from sponsor to do a big thing for the sport. So I appreciate them every time. So,
yeah, absolutely.
the name of the guy behind this, it's Adrian Bostan.
That's it. Yeah, he was in Romania, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was also coming there with the players and support them. And it also they have a representative, Mihai Gabriel Jalbă, who was another referee.
Is that the one I gave? Is that the one I gave the hat to? Who wanted a hat off me?
You give him the hat. Yes, it's Gabriel Jalbă. It's one of my colleagues. He's new in this branch and learning from me, but he can become a very good referee. But they have to learn because they don't have so many matching experience.
Yeah, sure. It was an honor when you asked me for a hat. It was an honor for me to give him one. I didn't think I had a spare one, but then I did I had one in the bag there, so it was an honor to give it to him.
No, they're great guys. Sometimes people cannot understand that. Sometimes people, when they watch me and they say, this guy is so cocky, so full of himself. No, but I must be serious. I cannot connect with all the players to shake to everybody hands, to smile at them. I must be serious. I must take this. After I finish the work, we can drink beer together, we can chat, we can joke, but then I'm at the job there.
Well, yeah, absolutely, mate. That's ultimately what it's all about, isn't it? Just giving you best representation for what you're doing, So what have you got playing coming up, Alex? Have you got what's lined up for you at the moment?
For me at the moment, the next competition, it will be Best of the East in Poland, and also in the same time at Best of the East in Poland, it will be World Confederation Billiard Sport Tournament. It will be the team competition of the Continental. But there I will not be a referee. I will be like more an observer or let's say a head referee, something like this, and I will present all the matches at the microphone. Probably
you need me for that, Alex. Don't you do it? No, stay away from that business. Yeah, go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's no problem. And maybe delegate some referees when to go to the matches from the team, because it will be a lot of Polish referees and referees from EBC, because Mr. Marcin Sieminski, the president of the EBC, also with Mr. Samuel Koniar from Slovakia and also from Jaroslav Hoženovský from Czechia, they're doing a great job with Dmitry Noveshka from Ukraine, Piotr Kedzor from Poland, Paula Rezhenskaya, director of financial, and a lot of guys who's doing a lot of things for the sport in East European Billiard Council. And think this structure, even if it's small, think about it. This structure, I think, last year has over 1,200 players from different countries playing inside of it. It was not, it's different names. If you look online and everybody want to see that small structure, it's incredible. It can, as EPBF is doing in Europe, East European Billiards Council is growing players for EPBF representative from East Europe, because in Eastern Europe we don't have so much money, so we try to do international competition with less money, but still with fair prices. Every tournament has like over 3,000 euro prizes, and the entry fee, I think it's 55 or 60 euro, not so much, so less than other international competition.
Yeah,
and it goes every time in 4 or 5 countries.
Will you be going to Helsinki, Alex, to referee there?
I don't think they must call me. It's
oh, I see. Okay, so it's not. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, okay.
It's hard to go everywhere. Think about it. First of all, we don't earn a lot of money.
Yeah, sure.
Second of all, every time I go, I lose at least 1 or 2 days to go and 1 or 2 days to get back.
Yeah.
And then when I get back, I must sleep 1 day so I can recover to work. The other thing, maybe I do different than my colleagues. Every time I go to international competition, or for example, European Championship, and they see it, I referee until 11 in the afternoon. Then maybe we drink one beer and chat. And then in the room, I open my laptop and work for my business until 4 o'clock. Then I sleep from 4 to 7 and then wake up and go back to work.
Well, yeah,
So for me, it's very hard because I must do it. In my general life, I'm a landscape architect and I make projects in parks and gardens. And I cannot mess up anything, because if it's a big park and let's say they have to use from European funds 6 or 5 million euros, I cannot put a dot when it's not there because
with that sort of money, Alex, you can sponsor me if you like.
Yeah, I also like to sponsor me, but you know, the projects are not so good pay. You're not receiving a lot of money, because when you make a project, I make the design and everything, but after me, it's normal architect who make the buildings, and you have the engineer of construction for the roads, then you have electrical engineer, then you have water, the plumber engineer, and you have a lot of people who works, and the money divided for the project, and it's less, but it's good for the country because we leave something behind, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. If you want to earn money, open a construction company, and then
you can design
you will take the money.
Design some with a pool table in it or something like that. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, for example, the example of one of my colleagues and even me, sometimes some people ask, "How do you think about the tables?" And one of my colleagues, maybe once we're going to make another live, and when he's free, Alan Bujaš from Croatia, knows a lot of things about it. And I was impressed.
That would be interesting, yeah.
Because it's better, maybe we can include him also in some future. And he knows a lot of things. And I learn a lot of things from him. And also I know a lot of things before. But when I go to his place in Croatia, he has a small club of 2 tables. He rent a place just to have there with a few friends. And I asked him, "What did you do, my friend, that the tables work so great in every condition?" And he said, "Hey, it's not a secret, but it doesn't need to take a lot of money. You just need what to buy, what to combine, and you'll make a 3,000 euro table to play like an 8,000 euro table."
Oh, and wow.
You only need 500 euros.
Well, that's interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, if he wants to share that secret, Alex, get him on as soon as possible with you.
Yeah, I'll try it on my table.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
for sure. We can make a podcast with him, but I think after the European Championship, I must talk to him, because now he's a referee in Slovenia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, look, I mean, we've had over an hour. I mean, we could talk forever. You've got so much information and stories, and I didn't even realise, you know, all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes with the cards and all the other things and everything else. I mean, it's quite fascinating, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's been great having you on, Alexandru, and I'm sure we'll get you back on again at some point in the future. Maybe, like you say, after the European Championships, get that other chap on as well. At the same time,
that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. But yeah, I mean, look, thanks again for coming on. I mean, Gareth, if you want to add anything else before we wrap it up?
Well, I'm just glad that I've met Alex. You know, he was someone that someone I got to know in Romania. Someone who was steadfast, honest, and a good guy. So I'm just glad that we've made contact this time in life, because he's someone that if you look just by chatting to him, you can see that he's someone that if you got any issues regarding pool, you can absolutely approach him, and he will give you the hornet's nest truth, which is great, you know.
Yeah, and also I want to thank you guys, and I want just to say something before we close the discussion.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
To say to all billiard organization, it doesn't matter, carom, snooker, billiard, it doesn't matter. Please stay at the same table. Talk to do something good for the sport. It's the only way we can go to Olympics. Don't destroy everything by argument, by stupid war, because of politics and everything. Please help the sport. We're doing at the referees. Please also do it you for us. and let's do it for the players and the future of this sport.
Well, Alex, you couldn't say it any clearer than that. And I'll tell you what, that's. I think that would be agreeable by everyone. So, hats off for saying such a thing, Alex.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, look, Alexandru, thanks again for coming on. And like I say, I'm sure we'll be catching up with you again pretty soon in the future. But all the best with your next tournament. And yeah, we'll catch you again in the future. Thanks a lot. Brilliant.
Thank you very much, guys.
Alex, you're a star. Thank you so much for coming on, buddy. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Certainly at the IDM, anyway. I'll let you introduce me next time. How's that?
Hey, I might be rocking. I might be rocking up. Might be rocking up for the next one as well. I'll see if I can get in it.
It's no problem. If you also need me to come to UK to help, I will come for sure.
Oh,
I tell you what, it's great to have it all on. Great to have you on board, Alex. That's really good.
Brilliant. All right. Well, we'll leave you to it because I've got to have me dinner. I'm starving. I'm sure you probably want some. No, you're not eating. You're fasting. Remember, actually, he's done
I've got enough. I've got enough in the fridge for everyone. Anyone's hungry, I've got enough in the fridge for everyone.
Brilliant. Okay,
Alex, good to see you. Good to see you, mate. And you take care, buddy.
Thank you.